When the news first broke that Son Ye-jin would return to the big screen through Park Chan-wook's highly anticipated masterpiece, No Other Choice, the industry erupted in excitement. After a period of quiet following her marriage to Hyun and the birth of their child, her re-emergence was more than just another role. It symbolized both resilience and vulnerability, triumph and risk. Yet, what the public did not see behind the glittering press releases and magazine covers was the hidden storm she fought every single day. The radiant smiles on red carpets concealed nights of anxiety, doubts, and an almost unbearable weight of expectation. Even the most celebrated actress of her generation, success can sometimes feel like a cage. The price of brilliance is far heavier than fans imagine. No Other Choice was not an ordinary film. Directed by Park Chan-wook, known for his emotionally draining narratives and relentless pursuit of perfection, the movie demanded more from Son Ye-jin than any script had before. She carried a character soaked in moral dilemmas, trauma, and complex psychological unraveling. Each scene required her to dig deep into reservoirs of emotion she had not touched in years. To the audience, this was a triumphant comeback, but to her, it became a test of spirit. A battle between the actress she was known to be and the fragile human she really was. The applause was deafening. Within her heart, the silence of doubt was louder. The weight of expectation is rarely kind. Built a career on impeccable performances, Son Ye-jin felt trapped by her own legacy. What if this comeback failed? What if critics dismissed her as out of touch? What if the industry, so quick to embrace new faces, had already moved on? These thoughts haunted her in the quiet moments between takes. Her smile in interviews masked the panic that clawed at her whenever the cameras stopped rolling. The pressure was compounded by her new role as a mother, balancing the delicate demands of family life with a ruthless schedule of an international production gnawed her sense of balance. In every step, she felt judged, not only as an actress but also as a wife, a mother, and a woman navigating relentless scrutiny. This is where Hyun quietly entered the narrative, not as the dazzling superstar the world knows, but as a man deeply devoted to his wife. Fans often see Hyun and Son Ye-jin as a perfect, fairy tale couple, the dream union born from Crash Landing on You. Yet in private, their love has been tested in ways unimaginable to outsiders. During the filming of No Other Choice, Hyun became more than a partner, he became her shield. While the public celebrated Son Ye-jin's elegance and flawless professionalism, Hyun stood behind the curtain, absorbing the blows of harsh criticism, steering her away from toxic gossip, and whispering words of reassurance when she felt she had none left to give. Inside the industry, whispers began to spread of Son Ye-jin's exhaustion. Some claimed she broke down on set, hinted at creative clashes with the director. These accounts captured the truth that the pressure of embodying a soul-shattering role, coupled with the expectation of being perfect Ye-jin, were mentally drained. At times, she confessed privately that she questioned her worth, even wondered if she should step back again from the industry altogether. These moments of despair became Hyun's battlefield. In every sleepless night, he was there to remind her of her brilliance. When she faltered under the gaze of critics, he reminded her that the only gaze that mattered was the one that saw her not as an icon, but as a human being worthy of love. What makes this revelation truly powerful is not merely that Hyun supported her, but how he did it. Unlike many celebrity couples who flaunt their devotion publicly, Hyun operated in quiet shadows. Not give grand interviews or stage declarations. Instead, he created a safe space at home. Sanctuary where Son Ye-jin could take off the mask and be vulnerable. He managed household routines, shielded their child from public intrusion, and ensured that Son Ye-jin had the mental space to focus on her demanding role. Friends close to the couple have whispered of late-night walks where he listened to her vent frustrations, of handwritten notes slipped into her bag before long days of filming, of an unwavering patience when she felt consumed by self-doubt. These small but profound acts of love became the scaffolding that held her up when she feared collapsing. The irony of success is that it is often celebrated as a singular achievement. Yet behind the curtains, it is rarely endured alone. For Son Ye-jin, No Other Choice became a paradox, her greatest artistic triumph, yet also the project that pushed her closest to her breaking point. And in that paradox, Hyun's quiet devotion was revealed as her lifeline. To the outside world, she was flawless. To him, she was human. And that was enough. The first part of this untold story reveals not the glamorous facade but a cost of brilliance, the toll of expectation, the weight of legacy, and the unseen battle waged in silence. If the first chapter of this story reveals the storm, then the second uncovers the anchor. For in the darkest nights of Sun Ye-jin's struggle, Hyun Bin's role was not merely that of a husband, of a protector whose love transcended performance, fame, and public adoration. Their relationship has always fascinated the world. Their on-screen chemistry and crash landing on you to their fairy tale wedding, Hyun Bin and Sun Ye-jin became South Korea's ultimate power couple. But what fans adore as romantic destiny is, in truth, a story built on resilience. During the filming of No Other Choice, Hyun Bin's quiet guardianship became the difference between Sun Ye-jin faltering under pressure and Sun Ye-jin emerging stronger than ever. Behind closed doors, Hyun Bin understood the psychological toll that her comeback carried. The public only sees the glitz, award shows, red carpet gowns, magazine covers. What they do not see are the tears shed in the bathroom after an exhausting day, the trembling hands before a particularly brutal scene, or the deep sighs of someone questioning her worth. Hyun Bin saw it all, and instead of offering empty reassurances, he acted. Controlled the noise around her, keeping her away from unnecessary gossip and online venom. He limited his own projects during her most intense filming schedule to be present for her. He cooked meals when she lacked the energy. He held her hand in silence when words would have been meaningless. The psychology of pressure. There is a concept known as the anchor figure, someone whose stability allows another to navigate chaos. Hyun Bin became that anchor for Sun Ye-jin. The lighthouse in her storm. A constant reminder that she was not alone. That the weight of the world did not rest solely on her shoulders. When her confidence wavered, he reminded her of the years of excellence that had built her career. When she feared being judged, he reminded her that love is not measured by applause. Considered retreat. He reminded her that strength is not in never falling, but in rising again. Their public image as a couple, often framed as perfect and untouchable, belies the raw truth. They are human. They argue, they struggle. They feel the same exhaustion any married couple does. But what sets them apart is the way they protect their love from the corrosive glare of fame. Hyun Bin has mastered the art of drawing boundaries, holding the private life from tabloids, and maintaining a fortress of normalcy within their home. Separation between the public and the private is not accidental, it is deliberate. Born of the understanding that without protection, love can wither under the spotlight. One of the most touching revelations to emerge is the secret ritual the couple shared during the most stressful days of filming. Every morning, before Sun Ye-jin left for set, Hyun Bin would quietly prepare a handwritten note or a message tucked into her belongings, sometimes a simple "you've got this," other times a longer reflection reminding her of her worth beyond acting. These tiny gestures became her daily armor. A reminder that no matter what the world demanded of her, one place where she was enough exactly as she was. No Other Choice premiered. Audiences were stunned by her performance. Critics hailed it as one of her most daring and haunting portrayals yet. Yet what they praised on screen was built upon unseen foundations, the quiet devotion of a husband who refused to let her carry the weight alone. When Sun Ye-jin smiled at the cameras during the premiere, only Hyun Bin knew how hard-won that smile was. He knew the nights of despair that preceded it. Only he knew the sacrifices he made behind the curtain to ensure she could shine in the spotlight. The revelation that emerges from this story is not merely about Sun Ye-jin's resilience or Hyun Bin's protection. About the way love functions as a form of survival. Glittering world of fame, where applause can fade and critics are merciless. It is the unseen bonds of devotion that endure. Hyun Bin's role in Sun Ye-jin's hardest days was not performative, it was love in its purest form, quiet, steady, unshakable. As the curtain falls on No Other Choice and its triumph, fans around the world celebrate Sun Ye-jin's artistry. Perhaps it is time to celebrate, too, the man who stood beside her. Unseen yet essential. For in her hardest days, Hyun Bin was not just her husband. He was her protector, her anchor, and her greatest choice. And that, in the end, is the secret revealed.